Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen.
Hello friends, it's your buddy Nick here with Game with the Guys. I thought we'd take a little trip down memory lane and bring back our good friend Tadpole, for one thing, but also visit Dark Souls 1. Let's return to Lordran, if we will. And if I could get the proper E in here, there we go. Now I do things just slightly differently the way that I like to start out in Dark Souls 1. Like in Dark Souls 2, I was starting out as a cleric. This time, I'm going to start out as a sorcerer. Gift, if you're not grabbing the master key, you're not living. Very slim. Let's see, that face is probably fine, but Dragon Scholar just sounds more awesome. Let's see, I like to do pigtails in Dark Souls 1. And always the silver hair. Now, you can go into the customize and get a little bit more detailed, but, you know, for our means and methods, this is going to be fine. So, let's check out the awesome intro cutscene from Dark Souls 1.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone skins. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. Seath, the Scaleless, betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side.
This just sets the scene so well. So cool. Check out the eyes on the hollows as you go by them.
The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Ugly ass zombie rat. Some cockroaches crawling on the floor there. Tadpole has seen better days. So has that guy. Hey, Oscar. I love that intro. I just think that is so cool. Alright, let's run through here. I've been playing Dark Souls 2 a lot more recently. Have not really touched Dark Souls 1. I do like to check this guy out, though. Yeah! Big old demon motherfucker. Alright, let's just run past all these guys. Don't really need to kill them. Not worth a lot of experience or souls in the beginning. So, I usually just... Oh, and... Okay, I have to admit, I caught myself there. I was holding down the circle button to try to sprint up the ladder, and that doesn't work at this time around. And let's open up these doors and look up above, and there's that other demon up there. But we're going to have to fight him in just a little bit. I am ill-prepared to fight him at this moment. Oh no! That's right, the jump mechanic in this is different too. I was in there long enough that his boss bar and title and health bar came up there. So, let's grab ourselves a shield. Ooh. Run, little hollow, run! And we'll grab a dagger. Let's equip those real quick. Oops. Here's our little itty-bitty shield. Where'd you go, buddy? Where'd you go? Whoop! Yeah! Backstab! Alright. Ooh, and I got... One thing I really thought was cool in Dark Souls 1 that they didn't carry over to Dark Souls 2 was if you just... I don't know what they call it, but it's kind of like overkill. Like if you killed an enemy by so many hit points, then you got a 20% increase on the experience or the souls that you received. So I thought that was really cool. But let's talk to Oscar.
You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die.
Don't say that.
Then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you.
Anything.
You and I were both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Of course.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission. But perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen. And thine exodus from the Undead Asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, and this.
That'll come in handy.
I must bid farewell.
Yep.
I would hate to harm you after death. So go now. And thank you.
How about that shield? Can I have that shield? the way he says, "I'd hate to harm you after death," it kind of reminds me. Halloween is approaching here. Oh, geez. Oh, it's just not doing not doing anything right there. Halloween is approaching. This is October when I'm recording this, and the Dark Souls games, the whole series, Soul series, all the Hollows and the Dreglings and Demon Souls, they always kind of remind me of zombies. And so that line there about that I'd hate to harm you after death has always kind of been like reminiscent of the whole zombie theme. Let's see if I can... are you going to come out here? I need to practice some parries. Boom! And once again, if you look at the souls that he gives me 24 instead of just the standard 20. Because... Oh, how about one more time? Come on. There we go. These guys are obviously the easiest guys to parry in the game. I don't really do a lot of parrying, just because I don't know, I'm too much of a pussy. But, alright, so I've heard, whoa, what the hell? Oh, that was the demon there. I've heard that if you do the jump attack, whoa, canceled it out there. If you do the jump attack on this demon, that it does more damage than just their standard plunge. So, let's try it out. Hey, buddy. And here we go. And I missed. Oh, but I recovered. Alright. Now, I feel like this guy's actually a little bit easier using melee tactics, but since I started out with this, like, 0 strength and a dagger, that, yeah, Soul Arrow is my better bet. Oop. I want to make sure that I hit him and not hit that column there. Oh. Oh, I thought he was winding up for another swing. I thought I was going to get hit. Not that it's a big deal if you get hit. He's not gonna one-shot you or anything. But the Asylum Demon is actually, he's kind of tough the first time that you play him. I mean, that really goes for almost every boss in the Soul series, because you really have to learn their moveset, you have to learn their attacks, and when it's safe to attack yourself, and when you need to give them distance, when you need to be close. So they're all just a little bit different, some more different than others, obviously. And Dark Souls 2, we see a lot of guys where you kind of, what they call the circle strafe method, and you just kind of run around them. But anyway, let's go up here and get picked up by a raven.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the Undead Asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
And here we go to Firelink Shrine. There's the bell that Oscar was talking about up in that tower. Here we are. Here's our little home base. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this playthrough is just kind of play the way that I like to play Dark Souls 1. So this first episode is going to be really eclectic on where I go and the things that I do, because I like to get kind of, I don't want to say OP right off the bat, but you know, you kind of just give yourself the best setup to take on the rest of the game. So the first thing that I like to do is level up, and strength is where I like to level up first. And you'll see why in a little bit. It's mostly because of the equipment that I want to use. But after you get going here, I mean, I always just come through and pick up all this stuff in Firelink and just load up with all the goodies that are around. I always make a point to pick up souls, that, especially the ones that you can kind of, you know, store and bank, because the way that I start out, I do a lot of suicide runs, basically. So I'll talk to all these guys later, or maybe not even at all. I don't really, a lot of them don't really have things that I am concerned with, but so grabbing some of the souls like that where you can bank them and then use them later, because I kind of aim to have as few souls as possible. You know, I level up as much as I can right off the bat there, and so that I'm not really losing a lot of souls when I'm doing these suicide runs. So come here, grab all this stuff that's hiding back here. Morning stars and talismans and homeward bones and cracked red-eye orbs, which is a little curious for that to be hiding in such an early stage. And who hid it there? Is it that cleric? We'll never know, because he's not going to tell us. He's kind of a jerk, to be honest. So let's run back this way. There's some skeletons running after me. And there's another soul just hiding right back here that I want to pick up. And then run back through here. And you know what? I do want to actually talk to... Hello. Can I not? Okay, well, I'll have to come back to that. Here's my favorite lady, hanging out there. I like her a lot more than she likes herself. She looks like really depressed and, you know, just unhappy with everything. And rightfully so. She's basically, I mean, if the bars there didn't say it, she's a prisoner to the to that fire there, to the bonfire. Oh, and what I like to do. Oh, ooh. Almost got stuck. I always send that up when I run down here, because like I said, I'm doing suicide runs. And so you just want it to be set up back where it at the starting spot, so you don't have to like wait for it to come back up to you and stuff. But there's a bunch of hollows hanging out down here. I don't know if they're begging for forgiveness or if they're... This guy just seems really sad that his buddy with the S-Stock died. This guy's gone insane, but that's kind of the thing with hollows, is that they lose their sense of self. They lose their memories a lot of times. You see that in Dark Souls 2, they lose their memories, but it's really, they lose themselves, their sense of self. They lose their personalities, and they, you know, it drives them insane, the whole hollowing process. And here are the scary ghosts. I hate this place. I mean, even when I'm like leveled up a bunch, I still like really hate coming in here. And let me just sneak by these two. Hello. And here's my first death. All right. So, death number 1. I do want to talk to this guy now.
What do we have here? You must be a new arrival.
Yeah, the bird barbarian.
Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the Undead Asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, 2 bells of awakening.
2? Oscar only mentioned 1.
Dead church. The other is far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
Oh, we just had a good laugh together. Alright, well, I am going to want to run back down here. But first, let's talk to our lovely lady. Oh, so sad. And we got that first Firekeeper soul for our first Estus Flask upgrade. But now, let me just get back down to New Londo. Alright, from here we wanted to take a little different path. Instead of going back to the ghost city, we're going to come through here. This is where the master key... That's like really the most important thing with the master key. Opening that door right there. Because it, you know, if you haven't played Dark Souls 1, you don't realize that it actually opens when you're supposed to be coming from... This is an area that you're supposed to exit from, and then you go over there and you can just unlock it from this side of the gate. But with the master key as your starting gift, you can take things a little differently. Like, this whole area isn't really supposed to be unlocked until you've fought, you know, aside from the Asylum Demon, 2 or 3, 4 bosses even. I think it's 4 maybe? But we have not fought any of the bosses in the main area yet, and we're already face to face with this zombie-looking dragon. And I want to grab this soul, and I'll leave the other items back there, because I want to... Well, basically, if you grab him, well, there's a surprise. If you haven't played Dark Souls 1, there's a surprise. So I'll come back down here and grab that stuff in a little bit. Right now, I wanted to come and unlock a shortcut. So here's a little wyvern, and he shoots lightning, and you want to run. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Don't get me, don't get me. Well, that didn't work out the way I wanted it. Well, let's try this again, shall we? Alright, let's see. Let's come over this way. Well, I blocked part of that shot, so it didn't kill me that time. Whew! This is a little nerve-wracking, to be honest. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. Keep running, keep running, keep running. Oh, okay, safe. Safe and sound. Here we are. Now, in Dark Souls 1, when you would come across a bonfire like this, you could light it, and that would not set it as your save point. You'd have to rest at it. Unlike in Dark Souls 2, that if you just click on it, that saves that as your respawn point. So that's something, you know, in Dark Souls 1, I don't know, it's kind of nice because you could choose whether you wanted to respawn there or not, but also, if you didn't want to respawn there, why would you even light it? Unless it was, you know, one that you can warp to later on. But I don't know, I kind of like in Dark Souls 2 how you could light one, not respawn all the enemies, but then set that as the next place that you would come back to life at. So I wanted to go there, I wanted to grab that longbow. In Dark Souls 1, you can't aim your spells the way you do in Dark Souls 2, which is something that I love, being able to snipe with spells. And I want to... Okay, come on. You gotta kill this guy before he gets away. I do so little damage right off the bat. Okay. Thanks, buddy. Ooh, and some large shards. Appreciate that. So I want to continue up the Grand fucking Canyon here. And run up. I'm almost at the top. Almost at the top. Not quite. I thought that was the ledge there. This is the ledge. Alright, back in civilization, sort of. Dark Root Garden. And then, whoop! Just run by that guy. I forgot about the jump mechanic. So, yeah, if you haven't ever played Dark Souls 1, this is a really odd route to take. It makes sense for people that have played it, but it's not... Whoa, I almost ran right into his lightning. If you haven't played Dark Souls 1, then you're like, where the hell is this guy going? I'm just running all over the place. Well,
you must be a new
well,
guy.
I am. Oh, well, he doesn't really say anything too important. The most important thing is getting that gesture. Okay, gesture learned. And there's nothing that I want from it at the moment. I've only got the one soul from killing the crystal lizard. And And there is a bonfire up here that I want to actually rest at, just in case I die on this portion of my run. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is come up here, and there's a key that I want to pick up. That I'm grabbing it well before you're actually supposed to get it. Not as early as, you know, opening up the Valley of the Drakes. That comes much later than this key. This is only just a little bit early. But I want to kind of get those guys out of my way so I can run up here. I want to see. Can I get in a... Oh, nope. I was going to see if I could get in a backstab if I hurried. Because there's a lot of guys following me. There's a key right here that I want to grab, though. It's the key for the basement. Let's see. Where are these fellas? Did they follow me? I thought they did. Oh, now there's guys following me from the other way. This might be the death of me. Well, let's go all gung-ho with this, then. Everybody's after me. This is bad news. Oh! I somehow survived that. I probably won't survive for much longer. I wanted to grab this item. Ooh! And, oh my god, I'm gonna make it. See ya, suckers. As I swig my Estus. And now, I want to jump off on this little ledge coming up. Here we go. Oh man, that was pretty lucky. I didn't think I was going to make it through. And this is a little bit of platforming. Dark Souls is not very good at platforming, but let's see if we can make it across. I didn't think I was going to make it. All right. I want to run across here and get this key. And we'll come back to that a little bit later on. But I can go and grab this soul here. And I actually want to rest here again because I want to reset this as my spawn point. Okay, now back to the Valley of the Drakes. But I've got a pit stop to make because I did pick up another Firekeeper soul. So let's get all set up with that. There we go. And to Valley of the Drakes. Here we are, back face to face with this undead dragon. And this time, well, he's not going to be undead for long. I grab my items, and dead again. You jerk. You jerk. Alright, well, we got the shield that I wanted. That's why we went there. So let's put this on. And that's why I boosted up my strength also. If you look, the strength requirement was 10, and I think you started at like a 7, something like that. But I wanted to get this 100% defense blocking shield, and I also want to get rid of all of this stuff. So am I still light on my toes? Yeah, in Dark Souls 1, if you don't remember or if you've never played, your equipment load, which is shown on the right there, you'll see that I'm at 11.5 of 48. And in order to fast roll, there's a definitive line at 25% of your total equipment load, which I think is would be 12 units there, and I'm below that, so I can do the fast roll. If you're above that 12 but below half, then you can do kind of more of a slow roll. And then above 50%, I'm sure, I guess there's probably a fat roll. I don't know, maybe you don't roll at all. But now, if you've played Dark Souls 1 and you see me running this way, you probably have an idea of what I'm doing. There's a weapon down here that I really like, and I'm going to go after. And this takes a lot of deaths too, so in turn will take a lot of editing. But let's get on through here. And you'll see why I need this 100% blocking shield. And this one in particular is very good for me because it does a better reduction on fire damage too. And that is an enemy type down here, is a fire enemy. And you'll see in just a minute here as I make my way into this little doorway. Hello, fire enemy. Oh, come on. Hit that lever. Thank you, iframes. Saved my ass right there. Oh, not there. This will probably be my first death. Maybe not. If I survive this, that'd be great. Nope. Death. Alright, back into the catacombs. And that lever that I pushed down there to the left opened up this way to the right. Or straight, in that case. But now this is where it gets a little tricky. There's lots of baddies here that all want to kill me, and I don't want any of them to kill me. So, here's another one of those, oh no, you're screwing my stuff up, buddy. Please let me survive, please. Oh no, that was really bad. I think if I get around this corner, I'm safe to heal real quick. Alright, and keep on trucking. Block that out. Now my next lever that I need to get is over here. So, oh, dang it. I need to get past these skeletons. Please survive that. Hit the lever. And that flips a path for me to take. And now, this is usually death, so what I like to do is run over here. There's a soul right here I can pick up. If you can get it as quickly as you can. Sometimes you can survive that. Grab a swig of your Estus. And maybe you can move on and get 2 sections of this area. That's usually a death there. But I seem to have survived for the moment. This is another tough part to get through. Block both those guys out. Block that and run on by. Oh, I might be able to get one more lever. That would be fan-freaking-tastic. That's the way I want to go. But first I have to open it up. Oh, no. Okay, gotta get past these guys. And then here's the lever here. No. I gotta get that lever. Thank you, iframes. If I could escape from there, that would really be something. Nope, didn't do it. That's okay. Alright, we're back in the catacombs here. Trying to get past these guys without croaking. Might be able to do it, might not. Uh-oh, got staggered. Please don't hit me with your fire. That'll kill me. I'm getting all twisted around here. And we are... No, that's not the one. Here it is. This is where we needed to go. Okay, we're almost to our prize. Fall down here. Another step this way. And we have found salvation. So... Oh, I think a guy just croaked. Anyway, let's get back to... You know what? Hold on. Is there... Yeah. Let's just use this and go back to... lose humanity and souls. None of it that I have. We'll head back to Firelink. So, safely back in Firelink. All the stress is gone. But there is one more place I might want to check out. Let's see if we can do it. It's back down in the Valley of the Drakes. This is a bit tougher one, but we can give it a go. Let's get down there. Alright, well, you've seen me go to the left before. This time I'm taking a turn to the right. This is going to take me into the top side of Blight Town. This place is filled with poison and all sorts of dangerous, awful stuff. So, let me get past these club-wielding motherfuckers. Which, these guys will mess me up if they actually hit me. As you see there, hopefully I can get out of here without getting hit again. Oof, 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 oof. Run, Tadpole, run! They're coming for you. Chug that Estus. Oh, thought I was playing Dark Souls 2. Oh, one of the guys died. Excellent. If I can survive this... Oh! 2 of them died! If I can survive this, that's some good stuff for me. Now in Dark Souls 1, you just hold the circle button to slide down. You don't have to press the directional pad also. Whoa! That guy is really wanting to follow me. Ooh, ooh, so much stuff. Okay, full health. This is the tough part right here. Dark Souls 1 is terrible at platforming. Oh, don't get caught on that ledge. Alright. Okay, let's see. Can I just run by this guy? Please don't kill me. He almost killed me. Almost killed me. Almost killed me. This is the stuff I want over here. Oh, I got a bunch of souls too. Want that. This is a really good spell. Oh, sorcery. Oh, get out of the way. Leave me be. I want these souls. Okay. Alright. I think there's a ladder here. This will take me to safety, won't it? Okay. Alright. That's actually really cool because I get to save the souls that I picked up when I use this Homeward Bone. Get out of here! Hey! Safely back in Firelink Shrine. And if you couldn't tell from my voice there, that was really stressing me out. It's really hard to go through there and do that when you have, like, no levels. So, now we need to, speaking of levels, get a bunch of levels because I cannot use that excellent weapon that I picked up. And I will demonstrate its prowess after I pop a bunch of these guys. So, let's see what that looks like in high speed. Woo! Alright, well, that was all the stuff that I wanted to get done in this first episode. It is really gets you buffed up pretty quick. I'm taking off all my armor there because I want to make sure that I'm still under the weight that I need to be at when I use this excellent... It's called the Great Scythe for a reason because it is awesome. Now... Yes, I know that I'm unable to wield it effectively. I want to just take a look in here. If you see now, the strength requirement is 14, dex is 14. I do not have those yet, but I popped a bunch of souls, so I should be able to get up there. And the way that this scales... Where is it? Let's take a look at this again. Where does it say the scaling? Oh, there it is, on the left there. So tiny, tiny, tiny bit with strength, but mostly with dex. But the thing is that I'm going to take a different upgrade path with this, and I'm going to have it upgrade with my intelligence instead. So, let's get this all going. Oh, Naked Hollow. So, you'll see now I can't use it. Let's get some level ups here. So we need to do strength to 14. We need dex of 14. I still have some more room for improvement here. I've still got more souls than it takes to level up a couple of times. So I want to bring up my endurance, and that'll bring up my equipment load. Do I want to bring up my... I think I might save that for later. For now, I'm just going to boost up my endurance the best that I can, just so I can put on as much equipment as possible. So you'll see now that my equipment load will be 52. So... Now, instead of being able to use 12.5 units of weight, I can now use 13 units of weight and still get the fastest roll possible. So, those will be my levels, and most importantly, I can now use the scythe. But, God, these hollows are so ugly. I want to put some clothes on her. Hopefully I can wear this. Can I wear this? Not so much. I do really like... It's this one here. This is actually one of my favorite armors in the game. I think that it's really powerful for how light it is. But for now, let's go ahead and just put on this. And can I wear... Nope, nope, nope. Any gloves or anything? That's still too heavy. That's too heavy. Let's see, what is the armor at? I've been playing Dark Souls 2. I don't remember where anything is. Okay, so right now my armor's at 48 for the overall physical defense. So I might be better off if I do these things. 48, so now it's 52. Okay, so I'm better off with these two than wearing that one, because I want to keep my fast roll. I like being all swift, and quick, and agile. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to do before we finish off is I want to show you why the Great Scythe is so great. If you look in here, actually, I showed this, showed the specs on it very quickly. It starts out with 100 damage right off the bat, and at only 5 units of weight, it is not that heavy compared to a lot of the other weapons in the game. That's pretty comparable. I think the katanas are also 5 units. I think maybe some of the great swords are a little bit heavier than that. So I mean, it's actually one of the lighter weapons. You know, it's no dagger, but still at 5 units, it's pretty light. So anyway, let's get into this moveset. Let's start with the one-handed. So this is the R1, you know, pretty quick, and you can do it in pretty rapid succession. The R2 is much, much cooler. It's this big sweeping attack. As you see there, you stumble if you don't hit anything. This is a polearm class, and that's, you know, the little downside of the polearm class is that you will stumble if you don't make contact with an enemy. And you can set up the camera like this to make it look like super duper long, but it's not that long. It is pretty long. But here's the running attack. Oops, I probably should do it where I'm not running into a wall. But, you know, it's pretty similar to just the regular R2, but, and that, you know, kind of, honestly, that one is pretty much worthless. So the one-handed moveset, it's okay, it'll do, but it's really the two-handed moveset that make this thing so good. Now the R1, very similar to the R1 and the one-handed, really nothing special. Now this, you'll see me use this move a lot. It is very fast. You move forward and do a huge arcing swipe, and it hits a ton of enemies, and it is a very, very fast... It's a fast move as long as you're making contact. Otherwise, you stumble like that. But then the rolling R1, yeah, it's okay. But then this is probably my favorite move in all of Dark Souls 1. The running two-handed R1 is just this really, really quick slash, and just, oh man, you can just run through, you nail a guy with that and just keep on moving. It works so well. But anyway, that I think is going to do it for this episode. I'm all buffed out as well as I'm going to be for basically, I mean, what level am I at the moment? Level 15. So, I mean, that even might be a little high. Like, starting out, I did pop a bunch of souls. But, so anyway, I've given myself the best start I can for returning to Lordran and fighting all the foes here. So, thanks for watching, everyone. If you want to keep up to date on all the latest news and notes, be sure to check out GameWithTheGuys.com. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the like button there. And be sure to leave comments so we can get discussion going. But until the next time, I'll say thank you for watching, and I'll see you then on Game with the Guys. Oh, I forgot to wave. You can wave in this game. I forgot. Where's the wave button? Let's try that again. I'll see you next time on Game with the Guys.